Hey, everybody. I'm Garrett with Diary of a Family, where we're intentionally living life with you. Welcome to our weekend live stream. As you can tell, my lovely wife is not here with us, but don't be afraid. We have some awesome things planned for you today, so make sure to stay with us, and we're going to have a good afternoon. So, how are you guys doing today? I see Nursing Our Travel Bug is in, and Too Many Miles has joined us. Welcome, welcome. Well, today we have a wonderful interview. We sat down a couple days ago with Dean and Shalane Grassi from Grassroots Living and just had a blast talking to them. Now, if you're just joining our channel and you haven't seen our first interview with Grassroots Living, check out our interview playlists and go find their interview. We had an absolute blast learning about a little bit about their history and who they are. So make sure to check out and watch that again. Also, check out Grassroots Living if you aren't already a subscriber and see if you like the way they live and travel. So, yeah. I'm soloing it today, so we are going to be kind of in and out. So anyways, let's go ahead and get our interview going. Now, there has been a whole bunch of stuff. Woo! Hope Marks from X Marks the Spot has joined us. Thank you for joining. I hope you guys get a few more weeks out of your work camping job in Lake Tahoe. We know that it kind of was getting shut down a little early. So anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and get in with our interview with Dean and Shalane. And I will be in the chat talking to them. Oh, look, hey. If you have any questions for Grassroots Living, make sure to leave it in the chat. They'll be with us now. All right, enjoy.
Well, this is our pre-recorded interview for the weekend since I am working today. So thank you, DFAM, for joining us. Today we have Dean and Shalane Grassi. We are so excited to have them back. They are Grassroots Living.
Hi.
How are you guys doing?
We're good. We're excited to be with you guys.
Awesome.
It's so good to see you guys. It's been a couple months.
It's been a while.
Yeah. And even though we're really not that far apart, we're still kind of a drive.
Yeah, it's far enough. It would be difficult to see each other often. So.
Yeah. So for those of our DFAM that are newer and haven't maybe seen like our original interview with you, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to our DFAM and just give them a little bit of a
who you
are.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm Shalane, this is Dean, and we are Grassroots Living.
Until we open up all of our videos.
Yeah. So yeah, we just we wanted to record our travels. We started traveling as full-time RVers about 11 years ago, and we've been on and off the road for 6-7 years off and on, and wanted to record those travels and those adventures and kind of take people with us. Mm-hmm. And so we started a YouTube channel about, I guess, a year and a half ago.
About a year and 3 months, yeah.
Yeah.
You've been doing really well with that channel. We're really excited to see how you're growing. You've got a great fan base, if you can call it that. People who connect well with your story. It's great.
Yeah.
So what is your RV setup?
Now, we already got to see your new RV setup. This is new for this summer, right? You purchased it in the spring around that time?
Right, in March, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So walk us through it.
Yeah. Do you want to do that? Or
Okay, so we got a 2020 Travel Light truck camper. Mm-hmm. It's so small that you can fit it onto the bed of our pickup and close the tailgate.
Yeah,
that's great.
We love it because, well, for so many reasons, but I guess the biggest reason why we got it was simply because we can go anywhere we want to go. We never have to go, well, wait a minute, even when we were pulling our 20-foot travel trailer, we'd have to go, well, can we get in? Is there a way to back out? How do we maneuver it?
Right.
But here, any place where a pickup truck can fit, we can fit.
Right.
So
we have lived in that for about 6 months, and we love it so much. But due to kind of the COVID situation, we decided to sit still for a minute. And my RV job, my work camping job right now is teaching. But it's still a work camping job because our house is still on wheels. So it still counts. We're still full-time RVers.
That's right.
But that being said, since I do have to get ready every morning, like in dress clothes to go to work, we did go ahead and move back into our tiny house, which is still on wheels.
And it's still smaller than most people's travel trailers because our tiny house is only 8 feet by 20 feet.
So not very large at all.
Right. So it's still tiny. And if anybody wants to see that, there is a video on our channel of a tour of the truck camper and of the tiny house.
Yeah. We will link that in the description so that you can watch that.
It'll be in the description.
And what's so funny is after living in the truck camper and moving into the tiny house, our tiny house is our big house.
That's funny because most people would probably consider your tiny house like, I don't even know how anyone could live in this.
I'm sure.
Oh, but they've never tried living out of a truck camper.
So why not larger? Why do you guys what draws you to the really, really small living?
Two things. One is that we are kind of fly by the seat of your pants kind of people, and which means if we're going down a road and we see a random gravel road or a random fruit stand, we want to like go down that road or pull over really quick. And you can't do that with a big rig.
And when she says we, she means her. But we figured it out over time because I'm like, you tell me where we're going. I'm going to look at a map. I'm going to get us there as quickly as we can, and then we'll explore from there.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, look, there's a sunflower. Oh, look, there's a bee. Oh, look, there's a bunny rabbit. Let's. Yeah. So she wants to pull over and all these different things. So what she's done.
Shalane is enjoying her life, every moment of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He's a destination. I'm a journey kind of person. And so that's one reason. And the other reason we like to live tiny is that it just makes us feel less dependent on the man.
Yeah. I hear you. I mean, like, really. Yeah. If you need this and you need that, and where do you get it from? It basically all comes from the system, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the smaller that we can live, and the less that we can live on, and the less that we can live with, the less dependent we feel on other people and more independent. Yeah. We feel for ourselves. So.
Well, even in the tiny house that we're now in, that we just moved into, it's got a composting toilet, so we're not on any sort of a sewage septic system. I've got rain barrels set up underneath our guttering system, so we've got water through rain barrel, and I've got 6 235-watt solar panels, plus my 1,000-watt Jackery, plus my 1,200-watt Kodiak. So we've got all these ways of accessing electricity without ever being tied into it.
So and we heat with the wood stove, and we're off
in a tiny house, they have a wood stove. You could probably see it, right?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't even, I just cut firewood every morning, and so we'll have enough to get us through the winter.
Yeah, that's great.
That's the one thing we definitely miss from our house is the fireplace.
Yes, but we also didn't have to go through Midwest winters. The Pacific Northwest is very mild in comparison.
Yeah,
we would
sure.
we would buy probably about 4 cords of wood, and then we wouldn't always use that. We'd use our oil tank. So we had an oil heater for the house, and that, like, 1 tank would get us through the year, and the 4 cords of wood. But it was, again, very mild.
Yeah.
So. But when I first started watching your channel, you were in Washington State, and there was like a big snowstorm. And Garrett, I remember you walking out, and there was like snow everywhere, and it's not how I imagined like the rainy side of Washington State.
Well, it was one of those every 10-year storms, winter storms.
Yeah, something like that. We get probably like one good snowfall in that area a year around January time. Sometimes it pushes into February. Yep. But once every 5 to 10 years, there's a massive snowstorm, and it shuts everything down for several days. Whoops, I'm pulling my earbuds out. Here, he's the one that's normally like, he's usually the one normally like motioning with his hands.
I'm trying to train myself to be better.
I need to calm my hands down here. Okay. So you talked a little bit about your work camping job, and I know that both of you are work campers, and it's just whatever job comes along. You want to tell us a little bit about the work camping job you have right now, Shalane?
Yeah, so actually, I'm teaching at a school close to here, about 8 miles from where we're at right now. It was really nice because when I went to get this job, like I said, we were a little unsure because we love the RV lifestyle and we didn't want to give that up per se, but we did want to sit still until the COVID thing settles down.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but we were committed to Arizona in January, 100% committed to Quartzsite.
Yes.
You guys know, you were there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes. Watch that video. I'm sure you guys probably have one. We have one on Quartzite, so.
I think everybody that was in Quartzite made a video.
Yeah.
It was such a special experience for everybody.
Yeah. So that being said, the school near here contacted me and wanted to interview me for a 7th and 8th grade position. Mm-hmm. And I said, I would love to interview with you, but you have to know that I'm going to take all of January off, and that's pretty ridiculous of a request. So you probably don't want to interview me, which I totally understand. And they said, you know what, we kind of want to interview you anyway. Mm. And so I went in for the interview, and I said that I would love to work for them, but I have to have the entire month of January off. And so they got a full-time sub. So
wow.
In
That's
January.
Just awesome. God works in such wonderful, mysterious ways, does he not?
Yeah.
So it really is like having work camping jobs. It's like she has a work camping job from August to December. And then at Christmas break, we'll leave. We'll head down to Arizona, stay all the way through January. And then she'll have a work camping job from February to mid-May.
And then we'll be on the road all summer.
Yeah. And you're getting your kind of break from the winter snow and cold for the worst part, right?
Yeah. To be able to go down to Arizona is going to be such a blessing because northern Missouri winters are really, really cold. Just
will
the
you be
humidity
out of there by?
Is rough.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. The question, Dean. We are out of here by October 11th. Like the day after my last shift at work. Yep. We are splitting. It's already feeling a little chilly in the evenings, and
I think it feels nice.
Yeah, but I've been told it gets really nasty by October 31st. So
it gets pretty rough. And as far as work camping jobs, I don't know if you guys know, but Dean is actually just being able to just stay home right now, which is nice because since we are off grid, that's a little bit more work, with cutting the wood and always having rainwater and jugging the electricity with the solar and stuff. So
it is.
So that's working out really perfectly.
I feel like when we were in Arizona last winter time and doing all that boondocking, that Garrett ran a lot more errands, was in the truck a lot more, getting propane, getting groceries, doing water, dumping. It was a lot of work.
Yeah. And it's interesting because sometimes when the woman works outside the home and the man stays home, there's this kind of, the woman's supporting the man. And I'm like, oh, no. We're doing the easy job outside the house. They're at home, making sure the house is running. And, with you, the kids are
alive,
taken care of. So,
are they still alive? If I came home and the trailer wasn't burnt down and there was some sort of food in the house and the kids were all still breathing, I was like, that was a good day.
It's good.
It's
a lot of work.
I guess the batteries could be burning, but other than that.
Yes. Yes. Could be much worse than burning our batteries down.
Yeah.
My job puts money in the bank, but he works his patootie off, but he's enjoying it. So our work camping jobs are a lot of fun right now.
Financially, is this work camping job going to set you up for a good long period of time next summer to just go and enjoy?
Yeah, we won't have to work next summer, so that'll be nice. We usually do work all summers. That's, as a work camper, that's your prime time. You usually take spring and fall off, and you work all summer and winter. But yeah, we'll be able to take the summer off. So we were going to work in Alaska. To go to Alaska, we were going to work Alaska.
Which was supposed to happen this summer.
Right. So this time, I think, at this point, we're going to just be able to play.
That's
in Alaska.
Awesome. That's great.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
You'll be able to travel and see a lot more of it. If you were work camping in Alaska, you would be tied down to one location and not be able to see much.
Yeah.
Right.
So very cool. Alaska 2021.
Oh, that's still on our bucket list. There's so many bucket list items.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to do Alaska 2021, but with our hope, yes. We want to see some of Canada too. I mean, we've got so many friends now in Canada, so.
Right.
Yeah.
So, living light, hoping they make it down to Arizona. I think they're so bound and determined.
Oh, have you heard? I don't know if they've. Are we allowed to talk about? No. Okay, he's saying no.
Oh.
We're on the inside track of what's happening, and so they've released something, and I wasn't
Well,
sure.
I know they narrowed it down to 3 different ways, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
we just saw their video on what they're thinking, but we haven't heard what they've nailed down. So
It's happening. Something is happening with them, so stay tuned on their channel.
They've shared it with their Patreons since we do.
We support them.
We support them with the Patreon.
Yeah.
oh sure,
okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So if you want to know the inside track, go be a Patreon, okay, DFAM?
Of course, I told her, I was like, "You got to watch this," and she was like, "I already know."
Because I'm in her Bible study, and so that's something that we had already
Oh.
communicated.
So she's like the
Yes,
inside
I'm
track.
the inside of the inside track.
Okay, well, when this interview's over, I'm gonna text him and say, "Hey,
What's
the
going
schedule?"
on?
Yeah, yeah. Please do.
Tell
I
him we
went
sent
into
you.
this Bible study.
Oh yeah.
Quote unquote. I know.
No, it's a great Bible study.
It's awesome.
Lisa's been
Yeah.
leading for over a year. It's fantastic. So
Yeah,
it's been ministering to me.
Yeah.
As a mom and working full time, I haven't been taking good care of myself, and so just this spiritual time feeds me. So it's been helping a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
All right. Well.
Recently, you guys went up to the UP. For those of us that don't know what that is,
What is
can
the
you
UP?
explain what the UP is and your experience there?
So the UP is pure Michigan, not the Michigan that's always in the
news?
with all sorts of horrible things going on. It's pure Michigan, and it is absolutely beautiful.
And the people are so fabulous, but it's right along Lake Superior, right on the west side
Okay.
of Lake Superior.
Now you're thinking about Minnesota.
Oh,
We're
sorry.
gonna look at a map. It's that
I
piece
get-
that's not part of the hand, right? It's
Yeah.
the piece that's up.
That's
I'm
up
trying
above
to do it for
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
camera. I don't.
I'll put an overlay right as we're talking
There
about
we
it.
go.
of
And
the
he'll put a big
Upper
arrow
Peninsula.
pointing at
There you go.
Yeah.
UP.
And the last summer we went to the Upper Peninsula. What we kind of hit the east side of the Upper Peninsula.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This summer we went to Wisconsin, stayed on the
Mm.
west side of the Upper Peninsula, then went across into Minnesota,
Mm.
which is again that north shore of Minnesota, north shore of Lake Superior, which is what she was talking about,
Yeah,
is unreal.
Beautiful.
I had no idea.
yeah,
Unbelievable.
yeah.
Can't wait till we can travel more.
We do. We have more videos coming out on that soon. But videos only do so much.
Exactly.
That's one of those things that you add to your bucket list. They're so long, right? Our bucket lists.
But I mean, watching your videos kind of puts a bug in people's, ear, a thought in their head.
Just a
Man,
little taste.
I've got to go experience this because
Yes.
we know that videos don't do justice. So if a video is absolutely spectacular and you're raving about your location, we're like, we've got to go see this.
Yeah.
We have to
Yeah.
do this.
And I love that too. We have people that we watch, YouTubers that we watch, and they go places and we're like, oh my goodness, we have to write that down. We have to put that on our list. And we love it when people watch our videos and they make comments and say, oh, we've got to put that on our list.
Yeah.
That means that I, as an editor, have done a good job because I want them to feel that. I want
Yes.
them to want to go because I want to share that excitement with them. So if they feel a little bit of excitement, then I know I feel like I've done a good job,
Yeah.
sharing that experience.
Like I know you guys have been to Palo Duro Canyon in Texas. Oh,
Yes.
I want to go so bad.
Yeah, we were like, oh, we got to go there.
You need to go and experience the Texas show.
Yeah, so
I don't know if they're
June
doing it
through
this
August.
year.
I
hope
don't
so.
know if they did it this year.
Yeah.
Being with COVID, still having everything shut down in June, and whether or not they were able to rehearse. But they used students from all over the United States to run this production and
Broadway style.
Yeah, it's a Broadway style show, kind of weaving the history of Texas into this, and it uses the outdoor landscape for their background. It's just
like horses
spectacular.
driving,
Galloping.
horses galloping over the top of the canyon. So you see just silhouettes of horses way above. And
Yeah.
it's just amazing.
Go.
Yes.
Go see Palo Duro
Yeah.
Canyon, and we
It's
will go
worth
see
it.
the UP.
Okay. Good plan. There's a lot up there. There's a lot to see and do.
Yeah. Well, sounds like we've found out a little bit about your winter plans. Is there anything specific other than Quartzsite that you're planning to do during that January time off?
Well, a little bit. We're hoping that my parents are also full-time RVers,
Mm-hmm.
and they are kind of sitting still because of COVID as well. My dad has a little bit, has some lung problems that he's
Mhm.
dealing with, so he doesn't want to, take any chances or get sick. But they're hoping to go to South Texas for Christmas.
Ah.
So what we're hoping is that we can all meet in South Texas,
Right.
and then they'll probably stay down there, and then we'll go over to Arizona. So hopefully South Texas, Christmas with my parents, and then over to Arizona.
That's
awesome.
That's great. So like,
Yeah.
isn't Big Bend National Park down there at the
Yeah.
very?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of along the Rio Grande. I
I'm
believe.
like, we haven't seen hardly any of Texas.
I know. The
I've heard-
northern part and the middle part.
Mhm. There's a lot
There's
to
a
see.
place in Big Bend. I don't know who I was watching, but you go to the river,
Mhm.
and somebody from Mexico side comes across in a canoe.
Yeah.
You jump on the canoe, you go across to Mexico, and then they put you on a burro and take you into this little town a half mile away.
Oh
And
wow.
I think there's like one restaurant there in this little tiny town, and they have 3 things on their menu. And then you have this authentic Mexican thing, and then they put you back on the burro and back to the river, and then they take you back across. And I guess maybe they're custom agents there on the U.S.
Yeah,
side.
I mean, you still
Yeah.
have to. Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to show your passport and stuff.
But-
Okay, I was gonna say it sounds a little sketch. Like,
Yeah,
is this?
yeah, no,
Are you
there's a legit
exiting
border crossing.
I would love to
exiting
do
and
something like that. Just
Yeah.
for fun.
yeah. Oh my goodness, they do donkey rides or something, some sort of burro rides down into the Grand Canyon, and we've
Mhm.
talked about doing that. But again, you have to be a certain age before they let you ride animals, and our
There's-
kids wouldn't be.
There's a
able
junior
to.
ranger badge that you can only get in the inside
Like
the
bottom of the
Grand
Grand
Canyon.
Canyon. Yeah.
Oh.
So you have to hike
Okay.
down to do the junior
Yeah.
ranger badge, and it's a big deal.
Yes.
It's a big deal because you're
Yeah.
hiking a couple miles down and then a couple miles back out.
It's
Oh, and another thing
7 or
that
8
you guys
miles
did.
down.
That I'd love to do is the Albuquerque balloon.
Mhm.
thing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's not much as far as just mind blowing. I mean, the Grand Canyon was mind blowing in its natural beauty.
Yes.
This was mind blowing in just its sheer
Sheer numbers,
size, sheer
Yeah.
numbers, sheer creativity,
Yeah.
sheer amount of awesome. It was so fun.
It just sheer awesome.
Millions and millions of people come.
I don't know
every
that if we prefaced it enough for those who are watching it, but we're talking about the International Balloon Fiesta, and I've actually been talking a lot about this at work
Yeah.
because just this past weekend I was working and there were balloons taking off from Forest Park here in St. Louis. Just a handful, like 10, 15 balloons. And I was telling people I was working with, oh yeah, we did the International Balloon Fiesta. My husband got to go up. They
Next
launched
time we
like
go, we'll
800
stay 2
balloons.
weeks instead of the 9 days.
But
When is that? Like what? I can't remember. What
it's
kind of
usually the
year?
first 2 weekends
In October.
and the week in between in October. But it was totally canceled this year.
Yeah.
So they're not doing it. It's crazy.
Well, everybody's
Everything.
holding out hope for
Yeah.
2021
yeah.
for
And
everything.
And even
Yeah.
then, I mean, we've got these great plans for Arizona, but who knows what's going to happen in the next 2 or 3 months?
Exactly.
We
don't know.
But you still have to.
we plan for the worst and hope for the best, kind of
Yeah.
thing. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
okay.
always say you gotta plant the cherry tree. You still gotta plant the trees. You don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know if they're gonna grow, but
Yeah.
you gotta plant the seeds. So
Plant them in water. Yep.
yeah.
So I did want to bring up a couple of questions about your health, Shalane. Wanting to check in with you. You've shared a little bit on your own channel on Grassroots Living. In the springtime, I feel like it was, or early summer, you actually had surgery. And so I wanted to know how you're doing.
Yeah. I'm doing great, actually.
Okay.
It was a difficult surgery, and it was a long recovery, and even pre-surgery, a lot happened. And
Because she actually went in to meet with the surgeon early March, and they were like, okay, we'll get this taken care of right away. But by the time they got around to scheduling it, that's when all the lockdowns were happening, and they said, well, this is a non-essential surgery. So since it was non-essential, they said, we'll just get you in whenever we can. And then it wasn't until early May, I think.
I don't know. It's quite a while later.
Yeah, early May was, I think, about the time they were restarting surgeries in Reno, which is where we were at. But how did you go about, like, you knew you needed surgery? Was that kind of why you headed towards your home state, your home base?
Yeah, and that is something for full-time RVers to think about. We originally started seeing specialists actually in Phoenix because we were in Quartzsite and then down in Tucson, right?
Yeah. In fact, we visited you while you were there.
Right,
Yep.
yes.
Yep.
Saw a specialist.
Right. Saw some doctors in Phoenix, but it was really too expensive to do that out of pocket, and our only insurance was out of Missouri.
Right.
And so we had to head home much sooner than
Plus we had a grandbaby.
We did have a grandbaby
That's true.
on the way. So,
one of the best reasons to go home, right?
Yes. So we headed home, and actually, if we would have headed home just a couple weeks earlier, we might have been able to get the surgery a little earlier, but and it was, the interesting thing too was that they found, some other problems. I needed a blood transfusion actually before the surgery. They called me and they said, you need to come in. We don't know how you're walking around. You need some blood. I said, well, I'm babysitting. They said, no, you don't understand. So yeah, I had a 3-unit blood transfusion.
Wow.
3 units. So
wow.
A few days before the surgery, but yes, doing so much better, and
life is good now.
Life is better. Life is so much better.
Good. Awesome. And pain-wise, you feel like you've recovered 10 times, 100 times better?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. I know I saw you just a couple months ago, and I thought to ask, but just in present company, I didn't feel like I could talk to you about it. But well, I'm glad that you've recovered, and now you're all ready and set, and you're working again, and you guys are getting ready for winter.
We're getting
in
really
Missouri.
excited for Quartzsite. We're looking forward to.
Quartzite. Can't wait.
Yeah, because you guys are going to be there, right?
Yes.
Our plan
is to, I mean, as far as, unless everything changes crazily. Our
things
plans,
change.
Once we're done with the RV tech school, and that's all done, we'll be heading to Arizona, and then start, trying to get jobs, and then we'll probably try and do something while at Quartzite with the tech stuff. So.
Yep. Yeah. So we'll see what happens in the future. We've got awesome plans up our sleeve. We'll see.
Yeah.
Cool. So
we're going to be leaving here in a couple of days. The little school that she's at ironically is called, but there are more Duggars children than there are kids in that school.
Wow.
That's true. That's actually legitimately true.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a teeny tiny school.
Wow.
It's a township.
Yeah.
And it only has 15 students, K through 8. So.
Yeah. But what he was about to say is that one of our teachers recently was diagnosed with COVID. And so we're all actually on lockdown.
Yeah, until the next Thursday.
Yeah,
right?
for about
next
a week.
Thursday.
Yeah. So we're just going to kind of hibernate in the woods for the next few days. We're going to
We'll probably head up to Minnesota again.
Yeah, we're gonna head north tomorrow.
See some fall colors.
Because we're not supposed to be out and about. We're not
Right.
supposed to be, right? We're supposed to be isolated.
Right, so you're not in contact with anybody else, yeah.
Right. So if we're gonna be isolated, we're gonna be really isolated. So we're gonna go where there's some just pretty waterfalls and wilderness and hide out.
That's awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
what a great little fall vacation. And I assume no symptoms, no issues at all.
No.
Perfect.
No.
Wonderful.
Everybody's good.
That's good. Oh, well, the COVIDs keep changing our plans, you know. We have to roll with the punches. And this isn't anything new for us full-timers. So.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
We're used to changing plans all the time.
Yeah.
I don't think any of our plans have gone like exactly the way we planned them.
Which is how it is for most full-time RVers.
Yeah, and I would think, I'm thinking that for most RVers, they're pretty good at rolling with the punches. I mean, that's.
And sometimes it's funny the way it works out, because if you talk to us in January, we were going to go to Alaska. We already had jobs set up, everything was there.
Yeah.
And then we found out about her surgery, and we needed to be in Missouri, and so we're like, okay, we're not going to be able to do Alaska because she wouldn't be able to recover quick enough for us to get on and get up there in time. So we had to cancel that, and then only to find out that we wouldn't have been able to go anyhow.
Yeah.
Because they closed the border.
Yeah.
So
it's and our jobs were dependent too on the ships, like the tourist industry,
right? Right. Yeah.
Cruise ships, and they quit.
So many
all
things
cruise ships stopped. Yep.
And then we were on our way to Adventureland.
Yeah.
Because we worked there the previous summer, and they needed us there. I think it was around the 1st or 2nd of May, but because of COVID, they had to keep postponing it. And then they said, okay, make that the middle of May, and then when the middle of May got there, they said, okay, well, we're going to say June, and so by then we had to find another work camping job. So that's the beautiful thing about this, is that there's always a job, you know.
Flexibility, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. We kind of stressed out when we lost our job in Reno, end of May, and I was like, "There's nothing out here." But we got a great month of vacation, seeing family, and a job got lined up. So it hasn't been the best paying job, but it's paying the bills, right?
Yeah.
And I've learned so much being here in St. Louis, and we've seen a lot, and we've got to visit quite a few people. So,
hey, if you haven't made it up to Hannibal, it's worth it, I think.
Okay. Well,
yeah,
we only have a couple weeks left, so we're trying to pack it all in.
Yeah, Hannibal, home of
Mark Twain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're right by it, so
very cool.
You have to go check it out.
Okay.
There's so many amazing things around here, and we wish that more things were more open.
Yeah.
Because then we could have just felt free to just go and go see something, like go see those caverns that are like an hour or so away, and go see. Yeah, and so there's so much cool stuff around here, and so much history too.
Yeah, a lot of history.
We hit the big ones.
We did, and our 3.5-year-old Edison is talking about the arch all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, all the time. I wish I had saved his little drawing he did today, but during school, the kids were doing art while I was reading to them, and he drew the arch. Like, he seriously drew the arch and little square windows at the top, and told me these are the windows in the arch. I'm like, wow.
So are they still allowing the little...
They reopened in September.
September 1st, they reopened the tram to go up.
Yep, so we got to visit the top. It was very cool.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Now, for him, that would be probably pretty cool, because those things are so small, but to a 3-year-old, they're probably like, oh, this is perfect. This is exactly my size.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to wait for our
video
to come
out.
out.
Oh my gosh.
She's white knuckling it going up, and Edison's looking out the window, looking 200 feet down the arch, and he's like, wow, this is cool.
He's not afraid of it.
Edison's not afraid of anything.
Oh, he is afraid of a few things, but most of the time he's not afraid.
Yeah.
But we'll be driving and he'll be like, Mom, it's the arch. I see the arch. It's right there. Look at the arch. I'm like, yep, it's the arch. You can see it from almost anywhere. Anyway, we don't want to keep you too much longer. So how can our D fam follow you?
Right. So something happened with our Facebook page, which we don't understand. That's probably a question you guys can answer when we're off record and figure that out. So no Facebook until we figure that out. But yeah, just follow us on our YouTube channel at Grassroots Living. We always answer the comments when people leave comments there, and every Tuesday night we do premieres of our videos.
Central.
8 o'clock Central for your premiere on Tuesdays. Yes.
It's been that way for several months, 8,
always 9. Tuesday night, and we're always chit-chatting, during the premiere.
Great.
And you can also reach us at grassrootsliving180@gmail if you wanted to send us an email for any reason. Okay. Every once in a while, people do that. So yeah.
Well, that's fantastic, and Garrett's going to do his thing and put all your information on the screen here, and it'll be linked below. Yep. So all of you who are watching this interview, thank you for joining us, and we're going to sign off and go back to Garrett in the studio.
Thank you so much for Dean and Shalane.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining.
Well, thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you for having us. Do you mind if we do our sign off?
Sure.
Absolutely.
All right, cool. This is Grassroots Living, reminding you to get down to the grassroots of what makes you happy and live your love.
We're thinking of you. We'll catch you next time.
Peace out.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much to Dean and Shalane for that wonderful interview. And we ended up talking for another whole hour after that. But, we would like to have our own conversations as well. So welcome to Don Rimmel. It says, little carts in the arch are wild. The size was a little challenge for our oldest son. Yep. Yeah, those little carts going up were definitely interesting. So if you want to see more of Grassroots Living, check out the links in the description to go check out their channel, and also go ahead and check out some of their their tours of some of their other products or some of their other videos and walkthroughs of their houses and tiny living. So we had something cool happen a couple days ago. We actually went and, for the past couple months, we have been designing something special, and we wanted to share that with you. So enjoy this. All right, we have a brand new project that we are getting started right now. Wow, it's a little bright outside. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. I have in my hand some plans. We have been spending the last couple months designing something, and we wanted to take you along as we put it all together. I need to get a few items together so that when we do this project, it should be pretty simple. So I will give you a little bit of a hint. I don't want to show you the whole thing right now because I want to reveal it to you as we make it. So I think you will enjoy that. But we are going to be putting something right up there on the back of our trailer. Now, what in the world could we possibly be putting up there? Well, it's something really cool. I think you will probably really enjoy it. It'll also help people who might be interested in following our adventures. One thing I am really actually glad for is the fact that we don't have any trailers parked in right behind us. That actually gives us the opportunity to not have to deal with this huge height, because I am not that tall. My friend Bill from Nursing Our Travel Bug could probably do all of this without having to use a step stool. He also can double as a Wookiee, but I digress. So we are actually going to take my truck right here, and when we're ready to start putting our stuff together, we're going to take our truck and we're going to back it all the way up to about right here, so that me and Carolyn have the ability to get up there. If you still haven't figured out exactly what we are planning, stick with us. You are going to love it, and then it's going to give you something to look forward to.
Are we rolling?
We're going to do this thing.
Ready to do it? Hopefully it'll go on straight.
Yeah, now, gotta stick with us so you know what that it is.
Go park the truck. No, don't worry. He's just reparking. He's gonna put the truck behind the trailer. You don't have to worry. Daddy's not leaving without you. Close this up so the bugs don't get in. Close it up. That's fine.
When you're done filming,
Secret conversations.
I'm sorry, I have to do a call.
Okay. Oh, leave my soapy water alone. It's got to stay soapy. Leave it alone. There's bubbles in there. Where are you going? Go that way. You can go back. You've got 12 inches. Hey, go back 6 inches. 6 inches. 6 inches. A little bit more. Stop. Stop. We've got, I think that's plenty. I think that's plenty.
Mommy, can I get into the truck into the back of the truck with Dad?
No? Whatever. Okay. All right. We're doing it. I think we're doing it. Okay, you ready? Are we gonna do this?
Yep.
I need a credit card. Give me a credit card, baby. All right, we're gonna look like pros because we watched a YouTube video. And I hope I don't botch this up. I hope I don't botch it.
Here, let me get a close-up.
A close-up. Look at your close-up. Oh my god. I'm gonna do close-up. Oh, really close-up. I see, okay. All right, well, there goes that. There goes nothing. Hey, look, it kind of sticks on itself. That's nice. Oh. We should have brought scissors or something. Scissors! Oh, man. Yeah, scissors might be a good thing. It's supposed to just tear so easily. Okay, this is like no, the point of no return.
Yep.
This is the point of no return. Okay. Alrighty, here we go.
And he did long up and down.
Up and down like that?
Like that, yep. He said did 2 to 3 inches at a time.
Oh, I'm doing 1 inch at a time. It's a very small decal. He had a great big decal he was doing.
And make sure no air bubbles. Doesn't look like it.
No. Oh, crap. It's because the decal is like so bubbling, pointy. Good? Are we good there?
I think so.
Okay, so then this gets peeled off. Hold on, it's like way down here. Doo-doo-doo. Peel it all off my junk. Get it all?
Looks like it.
I hope so. I've never done a decal. Are you wanna do one of these decals too?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, so you pull this part back. Oh no! Oh no, it's like way under there.
Pull it. Yeah.
Like, are we gonna be able to get it off? Come out, please, come out. Oh, there's some residue left underneath it.
That'll be fine.
Oh, we gotta do better at the cut. And again. You like my whiteboard marker? helps with making, like, getting a straight line. Maybe the straight edge here. Put it on hard enough? I don't know.
Keep it, yeah, really tight.
Aw, sweet. So sweet. Awesome.
I think we picked the right color blue.
We've been meaning to do decals for at least a year and a half. We talked about it at the beginning, but weren't sure if we wanted to do it. And then we found a great company to do this for us. They were also full-time on the road at the time, and we were like, we want to support you guys, and so we went with them. And Mandy has been fantastic communicating back and forth with us and kind of working with our style design. And she finalized everything for us because it was just a rough pencil drawing that I did, and we weren't sure exactly how we wanted it laid out, but she was able to do it.
When you are doing a project of this size, you want to make sure that you are doing it precisely. Now, we went through a company called Traveling Creations, and they're a fantastic company. Thank you, Mandy, for putting this together for us. We got the stickers about 4 or 5 days ago, and they've just been sitting rolled up. Now, one of the things that Mandy said that we needed to do before we put these stickers up was to lay them flat for 24 hours. So I'll show you what we're doing right now. These are our stickers, both sides. You can see that they're still kind of rolled up. They're not completely flat. They're probably a whole lot better than they were. Now, the instructions say do not put it in too hot of an environment, or you could have issues with the plastic separating from the decals, and you don't want that happening when you're applying the decals to your trailer or truck.
Okay, all right, here we go. He's gonna be much more careful. Use scissors instead of just ripping it. Okay, all right. So far so good. My nice clean, little at a time. It's like you've always done this. Don't forget the top of the L. Look at me, I'm like backseat driver.
Emma.
Oh,
It's just the rig. See, it's the side of the RV. Hey, Daddy. There you go, Emma. Woohoo! Up and down, up and down, nice and gentle.
And go over to the L.
Gentle,
Gentle.
gentle, not so hard. You get it all in? Oh, you don't have to do all of it, just the littering.
No.
Emma, you don't have to push it all down. And do it again.
Yeah.
And maybe come from a different direction. Oh no, it's staying
I'm
there.
good now.
Okay, so watch the tops of all your L's then. Yeah, pull it closer to the trailer. I had it, yeah, almost flat when I pulled it. Oh, my croaky voice. Forgot to take my allergy meds today. Oh, so slow and careful. Look at that. Woo! I like. Me likes. Mama likes.
Are we gonna do this one now?
Mama really likes. Okay, my turn. Bring it down. Bring it down. Bring it down. Let me look back and see. Shouldn't have peeled off the back till we had gotten it taped back up there. Oh my god, right there, I guess. Did you lose your credit card? And now we get to do this to the truck as well. Woohoo! Okay, back up and admire your work. Here, we should do it together. Back up a little bit over there. Where is the... Oh yeah.
We did a thing! What do you guys think? We absolutely loved it. And being able to get this designed by Traveling Creations was awesome. It really took a lot of the unknowns for us out of it. We've designed, like stickers and things like that. And really, that's not a hard thing to do. It's actually pretty easy. But something like this, it took a lot of work. We kept going back and forth, and we had to kind of work around her schedule, so it probably took a little longer than it normally would have. But if you're trying to get your channel name out there and you're doing a lot of traveling, this is a good way to go. Honestly, you have the ability to let people know, hey, we're documenting our trip right now. And just think of it as an investment into your channel. We put our AdSense revenue towards getting this upgrade to our trailer. So if you guys see us on the road, you can go say, hey, here you are. We see you, and if not, if people that may be interested in the RVing lifestyle might, check us out. So anyways, thank you guys for sticking around, for watching that. I have linked Traveling Creations Facebook page in the description. So that is their preferred method of communications. Now, they just bought a house and they are no longer on the road. However, they are wanting to ramp up their decals and their creations. So if you are interested in doing anything similar to this, check out the Facebook page, Traveling Creations, and just go ask for a quote. Tell them what you're thinking, what you would like to do, and she will help you design something. They also, Mandy from Traveling Creations has also done she's done a bunch of different decals, one of them being for Our National Adventure, and they traveled all over the U.S. with their decal on their rigs. So she has done some pretty big name RVers, and yeah, we absolutely loved it. So anyways, we have been going for just a bit. X Marks the Spot says, now that you'll have been branded, will you have to get insured as a commercial vehicle? As far as I know, I think it's more if we have like liability insurance, but I don't think so. But we'll have to figure that out with what Texas law says about branding. We're probably going to have to get something when we start doing the RV tech stuff. But that's a couple months down the road. So anyways, I'm probably going to go ahead and, unless you guys have anything else you want to ask us, I think Carolyn is still on here as well. Thank you. Yep, the decals did turn out really well. And the way they put it together and the way we put it together, it gave us a little bit of room to kind of get it to fit how we wanted to get it done. We did get some decals for the truck, and we will get that on there eventually. And yeah, so anyways, thank you guys so much for sticking around for this awesome live stream. We had 2 wonderful events. If you are just joining us and you didn't catch it, go rewatch it and see our fun interview with Dean and Shalane from Grassroots Living. And, go have fun and enjoy learning a little bit more about what they're doing. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And as always, live life intentionally. All right, bye everybody.